This is the Drew and Me podcast with Japheth Mitchell and Dan Clark. So, here on Drew and Me, we talk about favorite movies, favorite TV shows, favorite songs, and then we talk about whatever else we want to talk about. And Drew and Japheth and Drew are here, but we are
Yes,
joined by
Glacier.
local Philadelphia comedian Dan Clark.
That's me. How you doing, Drew? JPath. Sorry, I didn't really say hi when we first got on. I think
It's
I haven't
fine,
been
it's
on
fine, it's
Zoom in a
fine.
while, so I get overwhelmed by
More than one person. It's
yeah.
understandable. Two people. It's like, which way am I looking?
Absolutely.
Nice. So, Dan, if you had a favorite movie, what would that be?
I do. It's Gangs in New York. I think it came out in. I'm actually not sure. I know when I saw it, my parents shouldn't have let me watch it. I think I saw it in like 2001, so I would have been 11 years old. Um, I thought it was like a literal gangster movie. It's not. It's around based around the Civil War. It's like a bunch of Irish immigrants. It's actually almost representative of kind of what's going on now with just a lot more violence and cutting people's ears off. But it's a lot of like Irish immigrants fighting what at the time they called themselves like true born Americans, despite them having only been in the country for like 30 years. Yeah, it's just very good acting. Leonardo DiCaprio, that other guy who I always forget his name, but because I'm bad with actors' names, who plays Billy the Butcher. Yeah, I think it's the best movie that's ever been made. Lots of violence too, and I'm a real geek for violent movies for no reason at all, but they kind of make me giggle sometimes, which is not a good, not the best trait to have. But you guys ever get like
Nice.
that when you see gratuitous violence, you just giggle a little, and or is it just me?
See something crazy in a movie and it's funny. Like, oh, what
Yeah.
just happened there? You gotta rewind it back and watch it again. Like, did that just
Oh
really
yeah.
happen?
I don't I don't always do that with movies, but if like I like skateboarding a lot, and so like a lot of my TikTok and reels will just be people falling down pretty harshly, and I'll rewatch those
Oh yeah.
5 or 6 times before I move on to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'd say for like a Quentin Tarantino movie, like I'll usually like I'll say probably or at some point during the movie I'll start laughing.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of Gangs in New York. The thing I hear the most about Gangs in New York is yeah, the Cameron Diaz performance.
Mm.
Yeah, she's really good in it. Yeah, she's beautiful in it, and again, saw it way before I probably should have seen it, so that definitely turned some things in my mind about it. Yeah, but yeah, she's really good. Leonardo DiCaprio and Daniel Day Lewis. That's the actor whose name I'm always forgetting. But yeah, he plays Billy the Butcher. Um,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, it's just such a good movie. It's like one of those. It's like every Leonardo DiCaprio movie where it's like 3 fucking hours and it could be 2.5, but like it's still of those kinds of movies. It's very there are parts where you're like, this could have been 2.5 hours, but you kind of forgive it by the end of it.
Oh yeah. I kind of miss those old movies like Two and a Half, like The Lord of the Rings. Going to watch those for the first time. You
Yeah,
just sitting in there like it would be good like that. Like all the movies now be like an hour and 30 minutes. It's over with. So
I would love a law in this country where we mandate all movies be no longer than 92 minutes. I think that would
90.
be it would revive the movie industry. I would go to the movie theater more. I don't
Oh
want to
yeah.
sit in a stinky movie theater for 3 hours. I have and I will again, but I'm not going to be happy about it most of the time.
Oh yeah. The Avatar movies and stuff like that too. The first time watching that.
The first time watching it was great, and then I don't know. I saw other movies and I was like, oh, this is just all CG. They just made the whole thing on a computer. It's
Yeah.
preemptive like AI crap
Yeah.
almost.
The First Strike.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm. So I guess for you, Dan, if you had to pick a Leonardo DiCaprio Scorsese movie between Gangs of New York and the Aviator, do you think that you would choose the Gangs of New York?
Probably, but I also actually don't know that I've seen The Aviator.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I might actually have to say The Aviator just because I don't think I've seen it.
Okay.
And I've seen most of
So
the other ones to my knowledge anyway.
yeah, so like kind of what you were saying with um Gangs of New York being like a really long movie, like kind of obscenely long. Like
Yeah,
it's kind of has the same problem in The Aviator. Like The Aviator is like about 3 hours, I think. So
I'm already kind of out on this. Maybe I'm going back to Gangs of New York.
The Departed, I think, was pretty long too. That one had Leonardo DiCaprio on it.
Which one did?
The Departed,
Oh, I forgot he was in that. Yeah, that one's also way too long. That for sure could have been 90 minutes. I do like that movie though.
yeah. You know, Titanic was like 3 hours. Two whole movie sets. Like that
Yeah,
was
yeah, I
crazy.
forgot about that. I think
That
I remember
was
growing up, my parents had like
crazy.
the VHS box set, and it was like literally, it might have been like yeah, three tapes
That
to
shit
watch
was,
the whole movie.
and then the females in your family made you watch it. Oh
Yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah. My mom made me watch it, which
You had
again,
to sit
probably she
there.
shouldn't have. I was 9 years old when that movie came
Yeah.
out. I should not have.
Like, I don't
It's not
know.
like the worst movie, but it's not something a 9 year old should watch.
I know everybody that was young seen like him in the water, and they was like, "Why don't she let him on the rap? Like, why don't he get up there a little bit too? Y'all trade places or something. Like, you just gonna let him drown? He just said that there's room where he could have swam to a whole nother one
Yeah,
and stayed alive. Like
yeah,
that scene right there as a little kid, man. I'm just asking so many questions.
yeah. Or just like have hung on to the thing. Like even if he couldn't get his whole body and lay down on the plank of wood, he could have still. I get it; it was cold, but
Yeah,
he still could have just like hung on to it.
yeah. I'm saying, like, I still don't know why he just didn't swim and grab something else. There was
Oh
that
yeah, there
all
was
that
plenty of
stuff
lifeguards
in
out.
the water. There was
Yeah,
there was stuff everywhere, and you rather just sit there and breathe and talk to her. Well, you could have swam somewhere, grabbed something, be floating right by her, talking to her the whole time. Oh,
yeah.
there's a boat. Like he missed about what 5-10 minutes. He
If
missed the
that,
boat.
yeah. If that, five
Oh
ten
my
minutes.
God. Like, come on, he could have sworn and got something else. That's the only part in that movie that always made me be like, for real, he didn't love him that much. Because you would have told him to grab
No,
something.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it was one of the
Like, come
famous
on.
whirlwind cruise romances that no,
Yeah, yeah. It was so long. Like, I was like, it was so long for that. That's that's how that's how, and then you go back to the future where she's like remembering, and the girl finds the necklace or whatever. But I'm saying the end of their romance was that
yeah, yeah.
that
It's real dumb.
come on. Come on. If that was real life, because you know it was based on a true story. If that was real life, come on, man. Like, what would you say to that guy?
Yeah, yeah. What would you say to your grandkids as you're on the boat, explore, like going to find where the Titanic is, and you're 80 years old? Like, the last thing you remember is letting a guy you fell in love with. That's not your grandfather, by the way, because she had her grandkids with her and her kids with her in that scene.
Yeah,
There was some other guy that came along. Like she just got off. They got rescued, and she just like very quickly moved on. It
yeah.
wasn't clearly wasn't a traumatic
The-
event for her.
yeah. She's like, I was slumming it once.
Yeah, yeah,
What was the next
Ye-
one, Jared?
oh, just one more thing about Titanic. So
Yeah.
the character that Leo DiCaprio played, the Jack Dawson character,
Yeah.
he was not actually a real passenger, but they found a guy with the last name Dawson, and so like Titanic fans are like, oh, he must be the character in the Titanic, and yeah, that's just kind of a coincidence.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of figured that whole part of it wasn't real. That would be real fucked up of them to just be like every second of this movie is real, including the boat and the possible involuntary manslaughter that lady committed.
Oh man. No man. It was all real. Like whenever they was playing the music while the boat's crashing down, come on, exactly would have been doing that.
I've heard
Like,
that was. I thought I've read that that was actually real. That they were
like
playing
they
music
actually
was
did it,
going
but for
down.
real, like, come on, like, what kind of people do that? Like, they're
That's
down with the shit,
insane.
maybe, you know?
Yeah,
They was
people in the
like
19.
taking their job serious, but I'm saying, like,
Yeah,
in the day, like, everybody else was running. Like, those guys must have been like something. Like,
yeah,
they had to be like something special. So they'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna do this until it go down in the water. Oh, it's getting cold. I feel it on
yeah,
my feet.
yeah,
Like at that point, I'd have been like, all right, time to stop.
yeah,
They was like all the instruments was floating in the water, but the guys got on the boat. They was like they just played it until their feet got wet.
yeah. I was gonna
They was
say,
like,
like, I would just try to use a cello as a float. It's a
yeah,
hollow wooden thing. It probably floats.
yeah, right. He's the one that got away.
Yeah, yeah. And there was
Um,
probably plenty of room for Jack on that cello too, actually. So that guy sucks.
Probably, yeah. I guess so too.
nice. Okay, so favorite movie is Gangs in New York. Um,
Yep.
do you have favorite uh a favorite or TV show?
Oh, hands down, The Wire. It's the best TV show that's ever been made.
Liar. Hmm.
Wire. Yeah, it takes a couple. I'd say it takes a couple. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times, and there's I think 4 seasons, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's one of the best shows that's ever been made. Kind of about the drug trade in Baltimore. It's written by David Simon, who used to be a reporter for the Baltimore Sun, and he covered crime down there for I think like 15 years before he wrote the show. So he really kind of got like, I mean, it's hyper fictionalized because for TV and all that, but I think it's probably as close to real life as you can get in like a crime drama.
Yeah, like yeah, I haven't seen any of The Wire. Like I know that Idris Elba plays Stringer Bell.
I for years I had no idea Idris Elba was British because of that.
Hmm.
So I forget what I saw him in where he had a British accent. I was like, oh, he does a pretty good British accent. And then I happened to look him up. I was like, oh, that's real. He does a really good Baltimore accent. Actually, that's it turns out that's what it is.
He really
Oh
did. He
man.
really.
Years before I knew he was actually British just because of The Wire.
Oh man.
I was always confused about that too. I was like, didn't I used to see that guy like as a gangster or something like that?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
that guy's not. Man, come on, bro. You telling me he's British? But they do a lot. A lot of them come over here and do that. Like
yeah.
talk with the people. I don't know if y'all ever seen. There's a show called All Americans, and it's about like a football player and like his past or whatever. So it's like a bunch of stuff like that, and they
Mhm.
do that like, too.
Oh, they made a British
The
guy play
main
an
character the
football
main
player. That
character of it, he was British, but he was
damn.
like playing an American, and like nobody knew. Like I'm pretty sure like half the people didn't know until like he was on like an interview later. Like
God
after a
damn.
couple of seasons, the people just heard it, they was like, "Whoa!"
I'm a pretty
Like
left
everybody
leaning
gets
guy.
taken
I'm
back by that.
all over the world, but there's something about a British guy playing an American football player that just pisses me off for no reason at all. That's the one.
You're
That's the
like,
one
why
thing
would you?
that pisses me off.
Why would you do that? You could have
Yeah,
picked anybody.
it's gonna be my one. I'm not patriotic at all. That's it. That's the line though. When you have a British person play an American football player, get the hell out of here, dude. I'm not
Yeah,
into that.
yeah, but hey, bro, and the show like he played it like he played
That's
it
good
good.
though.
It was a good show, but it's just something that amazed me. Like there's been a bunch of them that actually came over here and done it. So
Okay. Yeah. Hmm. I'll have to check that out. I've never. I don't think I've ever seen that.
yeah, I mean, it's a decent show for real.
All right, cool.
It's got a bunch of seasons, so I feel like after two, sometimes the shows get bad. It
Oh
just
yeah.
depends on the show. But some
Yeah.
shows do last like 10 seasons or so and be great. Like at Smallville, I used to watch the show Smallville all the time.
I never
Like
watched
that was
that.
pretty decent. Yeah, yeah. See, but you don't probably don't like a lot of superhero stuff, though, do you?
I go back and forth on it. I'm definitely not a Marvel guy. But like I've seen most of those movies.
Yeah.
But I'm not like I don't get excited for them to come out. I just like they're on and I'm like, oh, these are like fine action movies.
Yeah.
But I remember the last Avengers I went to. I went at like 11 at night by myself because I got bored. So I was like I had nothing else to do. And I got sat next to like this mom and her 12-year-old daughter, and the whole time, the whole time is kind of adorable. This little girl was like geeking out and like gasping every time a new superhero came on.
Every
And
time
then
something happened.
at the end of the movie, she stood up and went, "Well, that fucking sucked,"
Oh wow!
and then just
After
started like
doing all
rattling
that.
off like plot holes to her mom, and her mom was like, "Shut up, we have to go now."
After doing all that, she was like, "Oh wow, ooh, damn,
Yeah,
that sucks."
that was awful. Yeah, yeah, I
Worst
was like,
feeling
I thought
ever.
it was fine, but she saw
The
something I
audacity.
guess that I guess I didn't know about.
That's crazy. But I mean, a lot of movies like you overestimate how good they're gonna be. I like it better whenever I'm like, this is not gonna be good, and it just like blows my mind. Like I
Oh
like when
yeah,
I do that. But to be like, oh, this is gonna be great, I had to stop doing that because a lot of times, bro, you're like, oh man, that was so
it's never that
underwhelming. Why did they do that?
good. Yeah.
And now a lot of movies are remaking now. They did on that remake. They do that a bunch.
Yeah, and they
So
don't need to be. Like there's no need.
Mm. So like for like remakes, like if they did like if they did a remake of The Wire, do you think you'd watch it then?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
Also,
you
I think that
can.
there is. I don't know that you could because it was very of its time. Like it was meant to take place in the late '90s, early 2000s. And there were some like scandals peppered in that like actually happened in Baltimore that they kind of recreated for the show. They changed some names around, but like so I mean like in theory you could revamp it, but like I don't know. I think it was too much of a side. It would almost be like trying to remake The Sopranos, which they tried that shitty movie prequel kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know that you
Have you ever
sure
seen Power?
they probably would, but I'd probably watch an episode and complain about it.
Have you ever seen that show Power?
I know of it, but I've never seen it.
They had a bunch of like stuff like that in there too.
Okay, cool. No, I think I've heard that's really good. Been told to watch it, but it
Yeah.
takes me 10 years. Like I didn't watch The Wire until like 2015, so
Yeah.
it takes me
Yeah.
10 years to get to anything.
I'd like to wait until a lot of stuff is done so I can just binge watch it. Like
Oh
if I
yeah, that's the best way to
gonna
do
be
it
good. Like, yeah.
because I don't want to wait a week to find out what happens. I want to know what
Yeah,
happens immediately.
for real. I just want to get right through it. Like,
Yeah,
show me like everything. Like, stay in for a day. Like, I always used to use a Friday. So if you didn't work on Saturday or Sunday, spend all week deciding what you was gonna watch and then
yeah,
just
yeah,
watch it.
exactly.
let's see. So Dan, if you had a favorite song, oh, what would that be?
This one was tough for me to come up with because my favorite song changes probably twice a week. It really depends on what's. I guess whatever my. I don't know. Maybe my favorite song of all time is "After the Party" by the Menzingers, but like I guess I don't even listen to that song every week. But I would just say like kind of structurally, it's my favorite song ever. But yes, I'm gonna go with that. But usually, I mean, like I wrote down like four other songs. I listen to way too much music at all times. So I wrote down like four other songs that it could be at
What
any
was
given.
the other four?
What?
What were the other four?
Uh,
Three. So,
Midwestern States by the Menzingers, Wearing Thin by No Pressure, Half Lit by Single Mothers, and I lied. I only wrote down three, not four. I thought I wrote down four, but
oh, yeah.
but those three are the three that I've just been like putting on repeat over the past like two
Hmm.
days.
Yeah, I've heard of the Menzingers. I haven't listened to too much of music. I'll have to check them out.
My biggest accomplishment in Philly comedy is getting comedians that have never heard of them to listen to them like a lot. Like I've gone to see them in concert and just like, and I'll see another Philly comedian, and I'll be like, I didn't know you like them, and they'll be like, well, you won't shut up about them, Dan. So I had to start listening to them.
Yeah.
But they're cool. They're from, I think they all live in Philly now, but they're originally from Scranton. And like the first time I
Nice.
saw them was in 2004 in like a basement somewhere, and now they tour around the world. So
It's
it's like cool
crazy.
to see them like elevate from literally nothing to a pretty big band, a relatively big band.
And that's what makes them your favorite too, because you've seen all that.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Now, see, that makes way more sense.
yeah.
I like that though. That's awesome.
And the music, I mean, the music just keeps getting better. I think like they're not like it's punk rock, but they're not like pretending they're still 22 years old. They're all like
Yeah.
pushing 40, if not 40. So they're like, and they've adjusted their music to their age, and it's worked out well.
That's awesome. That's awesome though. You gotta change with the times, change. The music can't just keep on doing the same thing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Every song sounds the same. Like people get tired of that. So
yeah. And I'm old too, so like I'm not trying to mosh at concerts that much anymore. Like let me play
every now and then is cool.
in the back of the room. That's what I want to do.
But that's crazy. Like it's always awesome to see somebody that you listen to like for a while, whenever like nobody else really knows of them or that many people do, and then to see
Oh yeah,
them get big, that is always good. It's like, oh, see, I told y'all. Like
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people like used to be like, I've had the arguments where they was like, oh, I don't like that person without even actually listening to their stuff, and then they
Yeah.
hear a couple songs and then they be listening to them.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, like after you hear one song, like anybody can be playing it, and you just walk by somebody, you're like, oh, what is that? Like that's the one thing I like about music. It can be like one song can get you hooked.
Oh yeah. Like
A lot of people don't
recently.
have a lot of like not everybody can keep it going, but when you find those gems, it's always awesome. But one song can get you hooked.
Oh yeah. Like I never heard of. I think she just won Best New Artist, but I never heard of Olivia Dean until 2 weeks ago, and now I have been binging a lot of her. She's so fucking good. I don't know
Oh,
anything about R&B, but I know that lady can sing, and I like the music she makes. I
yeah, yeah,
just
of
took one
course,
song, and I was like, "Who the hell is this person?" And then she won a
yeah,
Grammy like 2 nights later.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's amazing. Shout out to her too, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like within since like maybe September, October, I've heard a lot about Olivia Dean. I'm just checking out her music now. Like I've heard a few songs, but yeah, I feel like that she's becoming a real star.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I think she's gonna like really take off because it's like that. It's like a very kind of classic sound that everybody loves. Like I mean, I think everybody loves it. I don't know anyone that's heard a single song from her and say they hate it. So
Yeah, yeah.
that would be weird. I kind of want to meet that person.
Yeah, bro, they probably be lying, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like a feature Taylor Swift, how everybody was about her for a
yeah.
while. Like they was like, no, I hate her. Then they was like secretly going to her concerts and stuff. Like,
Oh
come
yeah,
on,
spending
she's the start
$3,000
of a new.
Yeah.
Nice. So there's actually not too much time on the Zoom left because yeah, I don't have Zoom Premium anymore. I just have the regular, so it times out after 40 minutes. But
Oh, okay.
let's see. I think I just sent the scenes to you,
Oh
Dan,
wait.
from Princess Bride. So I should have sent you
Yeah,
an email, and then with the
yeah,
email, you should get connected to the script on the Google Drive.
yeah. I have it up on my phone now. That's what I just pulled up.
Sounds good. Let's see. I don't have the scenes numbered yet, but
Oh, did, yeah.
can you
Wait, did you
scroll
send that?
down from the beginning and
Yeah.
to to get to where the narrator says, "Oh, but her cup's emptiness consumed her despite her greatest efforts. Or she did not love him."
Oh, where the narrator says, narrator. 5 years later, the crowd, the only joy. It'd probably be helpful if I had seen this movie in the past like 6 years and
Okay.
had any reference for it anymore. But I really remember almost nothing about this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Yep.
so like 10 pages does
Who's the
not take
next person?
pages
Yeah,
on.
who's the next person that talks?
Oh, it's on page. It's you said Buttercup's emptiness consumed her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's on for me. That's on page two.
Nice. Okay, so we'll pick it up from page two, from where the narrator says Buttercup's emptiness consumed her despite her greatest efforts. She did not love him. Um, Dan or Japheth, do you want to play the narrator, Fazzini, Buttercup, Inigo, or Pazic?
Uh, I'll do.
I'll let him go
All
first since he's a guest. I'll let him pick. And I'll
right,
just
I'll just do the narrator then.
the
Cool, that
narrator.
sounds good. Let's
I'll
see. I
do
think there's one Buttercup line, so I'll do Buttercup and
I'll do Fazini.
yup. Yeah, I'll do Buttercup, Inigo, and Fezzik, and Japheth will do Fazzini, and Dan will do narrator.
All right.
I guess Dan can be Indigo too, because there's a couple of spots for that person.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, I'll do that too. Person. I don't know who that person is.
Yeah, Indigo. You'll see it when it gets to it.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Picking it up from where you the Buttercup's emptiness thing.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Buttercup's emptiness consumed her. Despite her greatest efforts, she did not love him. The only joy she found was in her daily ride, a break from castle life, and her soon to be husband.
A word, my lady. We are but poor lost circus performers. Is there a village nearby?
Oh dear, there is nothing nearby. Oh, not for miles.
Then there will be no one to hear you protest.
What is that you are ripping?
It's fabric from that of an army officer of Gilder.
Who's Gilda?
It's a country across the sea, the country from whom Lauren is going to war with. One, the prince finds a fabric he will suspect that a guardian has abducted the princess. And when he discovers her lifeless body on the edge of the Gilder frontier, his suspicions will be confirmed. I've hired, you never say
Oh,
anything about killing anyone, Frederick. I've hired you to help me to start a war and hostile takeover. It's a prestigious line of work with long, tempestuous tradition.
what's a
Tremendous.
tempestuous mean?
Never you mind. And I'm going mad. Or did the word think escape your lips? You were not hired for your brains, you incredibly gargantuan spectacle.
I'm with Feswick. I don't think we should kill her.
Well, I do. What happens to her is not truly your concern. I will kill her, and you remember this. Never forget this. When I found you, you were a slobbering junk. You couldn't control or buy your brandy. And you, friendless, brainless, helpless, hopeless. Do you want to go back to where I found you, unemployed in Greenland?
Uh, Vizzini, he can fuss.
Fuss, fuss, fuss. I think he likes screaming at us.
He probably means no harm.
He's really very short on charm.
Stop rhyming, you fools. I'll turn this boat around.
That
We haven't even left yet. Ha ha ha.
Fezzik, are there rocks ahead?
If there are, we will all be dead.
No more rhymes now. I mean it.
Does anyone want to